Hello there.
Hello.
How you getting on?
I'm being vexed by a tiny something. Where is it? Possibly be you.
A little bird has told me you have news.
I do. That's not it. Sorry, one moment. I'll be right with you. I have. It is a major day in the world of the Simplex. So she's chattering away because she's quite proud of herself. I have put her up to run as hot as possible. What is it? Oh, I'm so confused. It is that, but it isn't that. It is that. It is that. I have no idea what that is, but it is that, I think. Yes, let's just quiet Miss Plexi down here. Mute. Thank you. I don't use the mute button very often. I forgot which one it was. I don't.
She's a noisy blighter, isn't she?
She is a noisy blighter, especially when you crank her up full tilt because you want to find the rest of your bucket list item.
What'd you get?
I got my first ever hammered.
Woohoo!
Yes,
Hey!
I am serious happy dancer.
Oh,
Serious,
that is
serious.
amazing.
Unless somebody comes along and tells me it's actually a counterfeit, because there is some discrepancy with the hammering of the hammered, but it may just be that it jumped when it was being hammered, and that's why things are a little bit misaligned, or it could be a local counterfeit. But it's not a whole one, unfortunately. But it is a James VI 1577 Merc, Scottish Merc. So, and I think it's absolutely fantastic that my very first hammered coin is a Scottish hammered coin.
Oh, no, that's amazing.
That's what makes me so happy.
Because that's, was it 1577?
1577, yeah.
So, yeah, so Queen Elizabeth I was still on the throne at that point. So that's before Jimbo got the whole damn shebang,
Yes,
so to speak.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, Lizzies are fairly common, and there has certainly been one found a couple of fields down from here. But this one, it definitely has V1 on it, and it's got the 1577, but there does seem to be a slight misalignment in the scripting as it goes around the side. So whether it's just jumped as it's been hammered, or whether it's a counterfeit, it's still pretty cool, and I'm still just absolutely made up. And my Simplex, my girl with the SP24 is what got it for me. I mean, it looks like
the dream team.
It looks like a bomb site around here because I've been digging every signal in the vicinity trying to see if I can find the rest of it. But it's in the plough soil, it's in this tatty field. It's not too far, it's maybe, I don't know, 60-70 meters from the trackway where I found the 1776 Spanish Real, which is about 200 meters that way and 100 meters or 60 meters that way. But it's just been dragged along with the tractor. It's just been moved with the soil moving and turned, and you know, but I haven't been able to find the other half of it. I did find a button that was down not too far from it, and I found an aluminium can not too far from it. I mean, like literally within a foot. But thank you very much. Potato fields. Potato fields are just obviously where I need to be, because it was a potato field that I found the Real in, and it's a potato field that I have found my very first hammered in, or part of a hammered. But yes.
I tell you, yeah, huge congratulations to you. I'm really, really chuffed.
The
really
SP24 and the Simplex Plus. You know, you
The
heard her
dream-
making a heck of a lot of noise
the dream
because
team.
I've cranked her right up to make sure I don't miss anything. But I just have to say thank you so much, Mr. Farmer, for ploughing, you know, lifting your tatties, even though you've left so many of the baby ones. Thank you so much, Mr. Farmer, for ploughing and lifting and just, yeah. And my youngest daughter came out with us today. We'll not put her on camera because we don't want to embarrass her, but she came out, so maybe she's my good luck charm. Though Gavin was here on both occasions, so he could be my good luck charm too. But yes.
You're pretty good at wielding that
yeah,
machine.
The Simplex actually had something to do with it.
Yeah,
just a bit.
just a bit, yeah.
And this bit that's behind me is that really, really noisy passway that I will put the video up. It was a day that we had no fields because everything had crop in it, and we left, and I was going to do part 2 of the video, and then I looked at it, and it's literally me going down this entire trackway with nothing but hot rocks making horrible, horrible sounds. And I just thought, I can't put that up because it's boring. It's just like 8 minutes of me walking and listening to these horrible sounds. But you can see it's there and I'm here. That's how close the silver coin was from that. So just good separation. I was in field, so I could get as much depth as I could with that coil, because obviously it loses depth because it's smaller.
What sort of sensitivity were you on?
I was on 1 bar down. It's actually, the reason it's making all that noise is because I've put it on full sensitivity now, but I was 1 bar off of full because, again, there are some of those bits of charcoal that are over here that are really, really just obnoxious. And you just don't want to be hearing them in your ears constantly. So just dropped it down 1 bar and was running along. I found a couple of buttons, and then it was literally the can was there, and then the signal was there. And I almost, there was that close to, this is going to be another piece of that can, because they're both bright signals. And aluminium, that aluminium was coming up in the same silver range. But if you don't dig those aluminium signals, you maybe don't find those silver signals, because it rang up exactly like a piece of that can.
Amen,
and
sister.
It's a crunched can, so it's very likely there are pieces of it around here. But it wasn't. It wasn't. So always remember that when you are looking and thinking about a signal and digging it. You may dig 150 aluminium can bits, but the 151st might be your very first hammered. Keep digging.